the last couple of years. After tonight's numbers, tonight's performance, how would you describe your performance tonight?
Really just I try to be a good teammate, try to be an all-around back, try to be someone that Jacolby can pass it to, someone that Jacolby feel comfortable with, but him throwing the ball, just blocking for him, feel like just, and then also running the ball, just feel like basically just trying to show that I'm all around back.
Are you able to appreciate what you do, not just for the team, but for yourself? If you're watching film tomorrow, and that you took like 5 guys in the end zone on your 35th carry or something like that, are you able to appreciate some of those things as a football guy and as an individual who did that, or you just don't allow yourself to kind of go there?
I look at some stuff, but I feel like my O-line is super good this year. I feel like a lot goes into it. I feel like it's a team game, so I feel like all that just goes into it, and then move on to the next week.
What does it mean to you, Omarion, to be moving to fifth place all time and UNC's rushing record?
It's just so real of a feeling, just knowing that, just making history here, just always growing up a fan of being here and everything like that. So, I mean, it's just so real of a feeling.
Can you talk me through just kind of what you were seeing on your last touchdown there when you leapt over the line and maintained your balance and scored?
I just realized they like their whole D-line cut the O-line and everything. I knew I had to just find a way to try to make something happen. And I just knew I had to make something work.
Yeah, you talk a lot about obviously the offensive line. You credit them a lot for some of the success you ever have. Can you describe a little bit the relationship you have with some of those guys like up front and just I guess kind of the trust that you built with them?
Yeah, me and the O-line are real close. We go out to eat all the time and stuff like that. We just watch film together, do stuff together like that. So I feel like with us having that relationship with each other, it builds more on the field. So I feel like it's super good to have them as my back.
How did you feel that they, over the course of this year, of course they had, a degree of injuries and things like that. The last few games they've been able to, I guess, as a collective, kind of all be out there. How have you seen them kind of, gel and formulate that chemistry as the season's going?
Really just communication with each other, just them communicating with me, them communicating with each other. I feel like them just going out there, giving it their all. I know they're going to give it their all, and they know I'm going to give it my all. So I feel like just the communication has been a big key for us.
And Laura, like I said earlier, on the night where the passing day was struggling for most of the game, and you having a career night, setting your career high in rushing yards, alluded to earlier, moving up the list. What did it mean, to you and to your team's success for you to have the type of game you did tonight and leading y'all offense?
We just knew we had to make something work because we just staying on each other, just going to the sidelines, knowing that we got to make something happen, knowing that whatever it is, we got to make it work. So I feel like Chip Lindsey did a good job play calling and everything to help us set up different runs and everything for the defense. So I feel like it's just all playing out well.
Marty, what did Wade do differently in the second half defensively? Because it looked like the yards, especially like in the interior, they were harder to come by. They had to change something. Like, what did they change? And what did that force you maybe to have to change about the way you were running in the second half?
I feel like they just definitely made adjustments during halftime. I feel like they did a good job doing that. Just bringing down safeties, bringing down more guys, having more guys in the box and everything like that. But we knew that was just a mindset thing. We knew we had to get through it regardless. So I feel like we all just had to bring it up a level if they're going to do that.
And then what these guys were asking about jumping over the line on the touchdown run, when you landed, what did you see from there? Because you had to run through 45. Number 45 at least, you carried into the end zone. Like, what did you see when you landed, and what did you have to do?
Really I just saw how close I was to the goal line, so I knew just in a tight game like that, it's just something I got to do to get in the goal line if I'm that close.
Were you watching the Saquon Barkley highlights when you heard all this?
Yeah, he's definitely crazy. But yeah, I've always been a fan of Saquon, just his running style and everything like that. Always watch film on him and everything like that. So, I mean, yeah, he's definitely a super talented guy.
Coach Brown said that you went over to the linemen in the third quarter just to kind of update them. What were you telling them as you guys are kind of struggling in the run game
we're part of that core?
Just to keep the head up, keep going every play. Just staying on them, everything. Them making sure they're relaxed, making sure their head's not messed up and everything like that. So I mean, just really staying on them, everything.
You go out to the line, you ever back?
Yeah, I definitely play.
Definitely pay.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Omarion, what gets you
This be the last one for
most fired up on the football field, gets that emotion out of you when you're out there running the ball, or just what anything out there, what gets you the most fired up?
I feel like just really having the opportunity. God gave me an opportunity to play this game. I feel like it's definitely something I got to take advantage of. Definitely something I love doing. Something I always grew up playing football, so I feel like anytime I'm on the field, it's always a fun feeling. So, yeah.
Right. Thanks, sir.
Jacolby, what about your thoughts on Omarion's game on 244, 35 carries? Maybe his last carry was just one of them. Touchdown.
It's awesome. Honestly, I didn't realize during the game you can kind of tell if he runs for a lot of yards, but it just didn't seem like it. So when we all heard it, I'm like, goodness gracious, like a guy like him, he deserves it. Like he works every single day, and whenever it's short yardage, everyone has faith in him, and so he just does what he does whenever he has the ball.
What about that TD run? What about his touchdown run?
Oh, that was awesome. My back was turned, but after I saw the replay of him jumping over and then scoring, I'm like, only O can do this. He's the only running back that can do that, so he deserves it.
Jacolby, when you guys got back in here, or when you were leaving the field tonight and the game was over, what was it like knowing you had clinched a bowl game and that you're able to have a postseason? Max said some guys were yelling in the tunnel. You know, what was the scene kind of like in the locker room as you guys were, I'm assuming, celebrating becoming bowl eligible? Just what was going on?
Yes, sir. Everybody was just excited, you know. I mean, that's what you pretty much work for, you know. Keep playing, not just in the regular season, but bowl season as well. And we're excited that we are bowl eligible, but we still have 2 games left, and we got to focus on those 2.
Anybody say anything in particular about it, or was anybody screaming anything in particular about it?
Tylee's mom was there, and she was happy for us, and she told us, let's win out, and then this bowl game comes. Let's win it for Tylee.
And given where you guys were the day you passed, the day your 4th straight loss, when you think about then and now, that you are below, a lot of people didn't project that you guys, if you were going to get below, it wouldn't be this quickly. So can you kind of put that into thought and into words about?
I'd say honestly,
From that point to here?
yes, sir. We've been hit with so much adversity, and I can say honestly, God has given us so much strength after what's happened with all of us and what's happened with the team. And I mean, He's just been with us every single step of the way, going on this streak that we have. And Tylee's been with us too, and we're just going to keep playing for those 2 and just keep winning ball games.
I know you have 2 more to play, 3 more to play, and you want to win those. But given where things were, you consider this a small achievement at least?
Yes, sir. I mean, you can say it's a good achievement. I mean, that's what you work for, and we've been playing really well, but we can't look back on the past. We got to continue to do what we do the next couple of days and continue to focus each day as its own.
Jacolby, what did you see on your touchdown run? What was the play? What was just your read of it?
Just a play where that was a strictly man play. They played zone, and so I went through my progressions. No one was open, and as a quarterback, you got to sometimes make those plays, and my athletic ability just came out of nowhere, and it happened.
The team's official Twitter account said Eric Jacolby on the
Oh.
so I don't know if you had seen that.
Oh, no, I have not seen anything on social media whatsoever, but, I mean, that's awesome, I guess.
Jacolby, you remember what it was like in the locker room after the JMU game? Everybody, you remember the mood probably in the locker room after the JMU game, how down everybody was. How does the team go from that point to where you're going?
It's just pretty much believing in each other, and we knew that game was not who we were, and the only way for us to get past that game was for us to get better, not to have a single game like that again. And we lost a couple, but as we look at the positives during those couple games that we did lose, I mean, we were a really good football team, and we beat ourselves in those football games. So we made a promise to ourselves to not beat ourselves and just continue to focus on each day.
You guys have you described the touchdown that Omarion had at the end, but I actually wanted to ask you about the defensive play that kind of set that up. It was strip sack from Harris and Travis Shaw recovered it. Just kind of just speak to how crucial that was, and I guess even put you guys in that position to get that last drive.
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, we did. We had a couple drives to where I fumbled and just unacceptable by me. And a couple other things happened to where we just weren't on rhythm. And defense did a good job giving us the ball back. And we knew, we talked in the huddle, we were like, we have to get this. Like, this is our chance. And we did. And from there, it was just us just not killing ourselves and us just playing the ball that we were used to playing.
Yeah, Mac has kind of talked about the need to play complementary football. How have you seen that start to play out these last few games?
Yeah, it's major, honestly. And we've just been so good at just running the football and mixing in passes in there as well. We know what type of team we are, and we're not going to go past that. And we've just been we've done a really good job of just trusting the coaches and just leaning on them with what they do. And I've done a really good job with that as well. And I think that's what's making us good moving forward.
You guys had 5 non-offensive touchdowns this season, including 3 in the last 5 games. How much does it help knowing the defense works better and also help put points on the board for you guys?
That's huge, and defense played really well today, and we leaned on them a couple drives just because we couldn't get anything going. And they had a pick 6, they got a couple turnovers, and when you get turnovers and the offense gets the ball, you have to score. Those are the crucial moments to score, and we did that a couple times, but we want to be 100% when that does happen. But defense showed out, and they played really well, and those type of scenarios are major when it comes to the offense.
Did you get to see Power's pick 6, or were you sort of talking to coaches, and what was sort of the sideline reaction to it?
Oh, I was watching the little clipboard, not the clipboard, the iPad we have, and I was looking at our recent plays on offense, and I just seen everyone erupt. And I'm looking, and they're like, it's a pick, get up, get up, get up. And the next thing I know, he's in the end zone. They're like, sit down. So everybody was just excited, and I didn't know what happened.
Mac talked about the confidence within this defensive unit through the past 3 weeks. How have you seen that on a daily basis when they come in for meetings and practice and things like that?
The guys are just riled up on that side of the ball, and honestly, having Kamen back is huge for all of us, and he's motivating all those guys, and a lot of guys are just playing hard. And the D-lines, I'm one of the best in college football right now, and it's just going to keep getting better. And they're all just believing in each other, believing in play calls, and they're playing outstanding.
Anybody say anything about how quickly he got to the end zone?
Well,
He got a burst.
that was a lot faster than Ritzy's, but it was an awesome play by him, though.
Has anybody ever called you air anything? Think about Michael.
Oh, I got to the sideline. A couple of guys called me Air Jaw because my nickname is Jaw. But besides that, no. I guess you can say that's pretty awesome. But I mean,
You gotta tell your sister that.
she's just gonna look at me. She's just gonna look at me.
Jacolby, what do you think were the issues tonight? You alluded to, like, maybe just not being able to find a great rhythm offensively, maybe especially the passing game. I mean, that defense was giving up a ton of yards through the air. Did you feel like you guys left a lot of plays out there? And what did you think maybe tripped you up with the passing game tonight?
I'd say, I mean, it all starts with me. I mean, people can blame the play call and people can blame this and that, the O-line, but it all starts with me. I wasn't efficient today, if I'm being honest. And we're a really good football team, and we won that football game. But at the end of the day, I have to do better. And on the offense side of the ball, I think they did everything they could, and I just wasn't in the rhythm. I have to get better. That's it.
All right, we good? Thanks, Jacolby.
You stepped out, remember when you were freshman?
Yeah.
I guess if you didn't step out, you would score, right?
Yeah, I would have scored, man. It was pick 6 in my heart, but it wasn't pick 6 on the field.
It's a good place to play. Well, let's start with that. What did you see, and when did you see daylight and realize that you would be able to take that hit?
We were in vision coverage, and my key was the running back, and he didn't flare out to go to the boundary, so I just kind of backed up and played the quarterback's eyes, and D-line got good pressure, made him throw it when he didn't want to. Yeah, I was just happy to be there. I just jumped up and caught it, and as soon as I caught it, I was like going to the end zone.
So, quarterback in the sides?
I don't think he did.
This is your guys' 3rd pick 6 this season, and it's been one from each position group, with Jabari and Caleb, and now you. I mean, what is it about Coach Collins' scheme that allows for so many just game-breaking defensive plays?
He just allows us to go out there and just be football players at the end of the day, man. I feel like he just lets us go out there and use our athletic ability and just allows us to play freely. So,
Does vision coverage mean you're spying the quarterback? Like, what does that mean?
vision coverage means like I'm in a zone drop. So I'm basically like in a zone with my eyes on the quarterback. So wherever the quarterback takes me is where I'll go.
And that's, I mean, you just follow him on that.
Yeah, I just followed his eyes and kind of played it.
We were talking to Deb Collins earlier this week, and he was kind of talking about the need to, force and create turnovers. From your vantage point, just how much has he, kind of hammered that home to you guys in practice?
Every single day in practice, he has to do like 10 push-ups every time we get a turnover. So we try to get him as swole as possible by the end of practice. So get him a good workout in. But he just preaches out each and every day in practice.
He was also mentioning that if you force one in practice, you get a candy bar. If you force one in the game, you get a cookie cake.
Force one in the game, you get like a big cookie cake. But in practice, you might get a candy bar if you do it against the show team and things like that. But we like when he does the push-ups. We think the push-ups are cool for sure.
So you're going to get a cookie cake, but you took it in the end zone. So what else do you get?
I don't know. We'll see. But
You got less, huh?
I'm just glad we got the win at the end of the day. For
Do you
real.
remember what Jabari got?
Jabari got a giant cookie cake. I don't know if he got anything else, but it was a decent sized cookie cake.
What was your view of the last strip sack with Josh and Travis combining? It seemed like that was sort of the play of the game.
Just amazing. Like, I feel like they've been doing great all year, but especially the second half of the season, just creating like unreal pressure on the quarterback and defeating their one-on-ones. And like I've been saying since the first game, I called them the Monstars because you can't do nothing with them. But they had a heck of a game today, the whole D-line.
When you're in that division coverage you were just talking to Adam about, how do you see things differently now with the way the front's playing as opposed to maybe 5-6 weeks ago when the front wasn't as consistent? How does that look from your vantage?
The quarterback is real bottled in. I feel like a lot of times we hurt ourselves is when we let them off the hook and run past them and give the quarterback some escape lanes. But for these second half of the season, we just kept them bottled in, so he doesn't have any escape lanes. And if you're playing like a 6-foot quarterback, you really can't see over a tall defensive line, so you just kind of got to go and throw it out there, being that the pressure is they're bringing so much pressure to him in his face, so he has to be able to, either throw the ball away or get sacked. So.
Matt was saying after the game that there was a high degree of excitement from getting that 6 win to get that bowl eligibility. What do you remember about, obviously, walking off the field, getting into the locker room, just everybody's reaction to clinching that extra postseason game?
A great thing, but I feel like for us, the mindset is just to win out the rest of the games and come back and, fix the things we need to fix and get ready for Boston College in this coming week and just go and want to know the next week. So, great, we got a bowl game, we got us some new life at the end of the season, but we still want to finish this thing the way we want to.
Howard, to be able to get the bowl game after going through the 4-game losing streak and some of the problems that y'all had earlier, I mean, is that a meaningful thing, do you think, for this group? I hear you when you say you want to win out, but is it a nice reward for this particular group, would you say?
I feel like it's a testament to, my brother in heaven, Ty Lee Craft. Just when we're dealing with a whole lot of things we can't control, just, his motto was keep swinging. And I feel like right now our team's coming together and we're just going to keep swinging.
When you guys came off the field 5 weeks ago, lost to Georgia Tech and then State League passed, could you imagine being here 5 weeks later, having won 3 straight, playing the way you guys are playing, and being in pretty good shape to maybe close this thing out?
For sure. I mean, Tylee Spears is with us each and every day, each and every time we step in the building. I feel like he's with us each and every game, and we're doing this for him for sure.
Is a guy who pretty tough individual. What impresses you the most about Omarion and what he does, game in and game out?
I mean, I've watched this man consistently work each and every day in the summers ever since he got here as a freshman, and I can tell you one thing: you can't deny him. You can't deny him anything. Everything he goes out there and gets, he earned way before he even got to UNC. I'm just like I'm really a fan watching back, just seeing all of his work pay off, and he's deserving everything he's getting right now for sure.
We good? Appreciate you, pal.
I appreciate you.
Thank you, Power.